WWE superstar Drew McIntyre sat down with the guys over at Untapped to lift the lid on scripts, storylines, and what really goes on behind the scenes in wrestling. Have a watch.
My thing is I'm trying to find something real in every story to latch onto that I believe in. They'll make people at home say, I know this is a show and I enjoy the show. I enjoy the theatrics, the athleticism, the pyrotechnics shows, the entire spectacle of WWE, but that's real. That Drew McIntyre and that CM Punk, they can't stand each other. And there are real issues and I can't stand them for real. But
Why?
we're
Why can't you stand it?
It goes back to my first run and things that happened. Just do character profiles and my criminology background, like just take the time to profile my history and CM Punk's history and the stories out there about us and try and decide, who's the good guy, who's the bad guy, and who's telling the truth and who's lying. But our audience loved him. He's like a Charles Manson type character. He's so convincing. They still cheer for him, especially American audiences. And, that's what makes it interesting. I can go out there and tell the truth and tell my truth, and you can feel he's telling the truth right now. But they love this other guy for whatever reason, and it made it so compelling that we spent a year where most of it he was injured. And I was on the microphone just shredding him nonstop. And it built this incredible storyline that culminated in a Hell in a Cell match, which is, a very big cage. Like, cage match, just a regular cage that goes around the ring. Is a very big cage that doesn't just go around the ring. It goes about 10 foot outside the ring and it has a roof. And I got hit in the head during the match and I got 16 staples across the top of my head. And again, that was very real. It was I got hit by a toolbox, and right away I saw the blood spurt across the ring within the first 7-8 minutes of the match. We've been building this story for a year. This was the culmination of this giant story. And I was like, oh no, I'm bleeding out. And the lights are getting very bright right now. But that's one of those moments you just got to suck it up. And considering the story we told, the blood feud we were having, it was actually perfect. And we have our doctors on site to ensure that I'm okay. Our referees communicating with the people in the back, or relaying messages from me to say, I'm okay. But for the viewers in the arena, the viewers at home, it was the violence required within the confines of that story to settle this year-long tale.
When that happened, did you think about going off script in a way and just beating him? Is that what you wanted to do?
I started beating them physically. If you watch that match, you're kicking the absolute crap out of each other. I don't think I've hit anyone. In fact, I haven't hit anyone as hard in bar fights as I've hit some of my opponents, like Punk and Sheamus specifically. I've never hit anyone that hard. I've knocked guys out, hitting them less hard than I've hit guys that I don't like in wrestling matches.
What happens, just quickly, if you're supposed to be the winner, but I hate you, so I just knock you out? What happens then? Do I get in all kinds of trouble? Has that ever happened?
It has happened. Maybe the top level, like not so often, but there have been times where people can't agree what's going to happen, and people have been screwed out of the match.
What's real then?
So that has happened, but not these days. No, that doesn't really happen. Like, everyone's professional enough that if there's an issue, it's backstage. You settle it. You go out there, and as you mentioned, want to lay into each other. Like, you can go out there and lay into each other in a way that's not going to injure your opponent, or a way that's not going to, put them on the shelf or take away their livelihood to make money or make their family money. But, you can rough them up, and I do rough people up in there pretty good that I don't like. And there's moments in there where somebody catches you with something, hard, and we call it a receipt. If somebody hits you hard, they're getting a receipt back. So if you hit me hard, I'm going to rock you in the ring, but I'm not going to put you down. I'm not going to go against the script. We're professionals. We're telling stories, and the story, especially these days, we're 52 weeks a year. We're trying to follow, a certain path in these storylines and take fans on a journey. If you go into business for yourself, win the match you're not supposed to win, it screws up the next evolution of the storyline. So what you do is you wait till you get to the back. You say, come with me. You go to a private room, then you knock them on their ass.
Nice.
So I don't mean to dwell on your soured relationship with CM Punk, but is it irritating when you have to lose that match?
For a character perspective, I was okay with it. If anyone's been following our show, with Drew McIntyre, the journey that I've been on, I was the number one good guy, world champion, all that jazz, and was wronged in a lot of ways by certain people who were bad guys at the time. And then these bad guys became good guys all of a sudden for no particular reason other than they took a vacation. Like Roman Reigns, our top star, disappeared for 6 months, drank some margaritas, got some abs, came back, and because he's a big star, people just forgot all the bad stuff he did to everybody. But we love you. He's back and he's got abs now. He's cool. We love him. And a couple of his family members started doing some cool things, like his cousin Jey Uso says a fun word, yeet, and does a little hand gesture. He didn't do anything particular to turn good. He just started doing that, and people just started cheering him all of a sudden because we're very interactive. So if our fans like to chant things, they like to join in the gestures. And from my character perspective, those guys made my life a living hell. They screwed me out of the world title multiple times, beat me down with chairs violently, and those chairs are real, multiple times. And suddenly they were getting cheered. So I had certain issues when usually historically in wrestling, if you're good, you just get on with the good guys. You're bad, you go on with the bad guys. You know, since Triple H took charge of the creative process, is very much based in reality now. These days, it's not just the good guys and the bad guys fighting each other like it used to be.
Sleep is the most impactful and natural performance-enhancing tool at our disposal. Without it, my body would simply not be able to recover and repair itself after I go for a run or a workout. It is essential to maintaining and enhancing our well-being. With Whoop, I'm able to track my sleep every single night and how it affects the type of activities I choose to do the following day. Think of sleep as your bank balance. The best thing is that every single day you get the chance to deposit more into the bank so that in the long term, you withdraw in the form of energy expenditure when you need it most. Whoop breaks down sleep so as to take the guesswork out of the equation. Not only do you get guidance each day around how much sleep you need based on your activity that day and what your optimal time to go to bed is, but with Whoop, you get a detailed analysis of the quality of your sleep and what you can do to be improving it. In addition to monitoring your sleep, you'll also get detailed insights into your recovery, stress levels, strain, and feedback on how your lifestyle choices impact each of these metrics. If you are interested in taking control of your health and wellness so that you can excel in all aspects of your life, you have to go and check out Whoop. Go to join.whoop.com/untapped to try Whoop for free for 30 days today.
Is very much real human emotions. And we have this 52 weeks to tell these compelling human stories, and we can do deeper layered characters and deeper layered storytelling, as we should have done all along. So my reaction to these guys suddenly get cheered wasn't, we're good now, man, high fives, we're all good guys, like it might have been 5 years ago. It's, no, he's beat me up. Why are you people cheering? Because we like them now. He took a holiday and he does a cool hand thing now. That's not a legitimate reason. He made my life hell. He screwed me over in the UK in front of 55,000 people out of the world title. That's why I hate him. I was like, Drew, just get over it. I was like, get over it. I'm traumatized. I'm PTSD. Those are real things. And we implement those into storylines. And that's how I started the process of becoming this bad guy. And the same thing with CM Punk, these real emotions. And the more that I take things to the finish line as a character, and I'm justified, but people don't like getting the truth pointed out constantly. And at the final hurdle, McIntyre will get egg on his face sometimes. If I just win and I win the title and I succeed, I'm kind of just right, and that's kind of the end of the story. But the more I get tripped at the final hurdle, the more I can push forward with the story, the more gripes I have, the more truth I can tell, and it makes things more interesting from a television perspective.
It sounds a bit like Made in Chelsea Series 3, to be honest. Yeah, just like when all where the good guy suddenly gets thrown under the bus.
You played a great bad guy, though.
Yeah, I've seen some clips of you and heard some tales about you, but I saw like some of our shows, Total Divas and all these shows filmed around like where I work, and that's the amount of scripting that went into that crap. I went, people call us fake. Jeez. Unbelievable.
I hope you enjoyed that clip. If you want more behind-the-scenes insights like that, head over to the Untapped YouTube channel. You'll find episodes with endurance legends, plus chats with big names like Molly McCann, Mo Farah, and plenty more. Just scan the QR code or hit the link below.